one thing about the record, which I don't think anybody's talked about, is that it's a concept album.
That went right by me.
It goes by everybody, and it's about civil rights.
Yeah, well, I caught that in Merry-Go-Round.
Merry-Go-Round is like the place where it's obvious.
Yeah.
Where he says, there's a merry-go-round, and you just can't find for a boy that's black, he can't find the back of the there's a Jim Crow section of the merry-go-round. So it's about Jim Crow. This record was made in '67, like right before Martin Luther King was murdered. And all these issues were still alive then as they are now.
Oh yeah.
Newly alive as they are now. And let me look at the record here. And so Merry-Go-Round is a medley of his song Merry-Go-Round and In the Pines, which we know from Nirvana.
Right, yeah.
But they knew from Leadbelly. And this version he's doing here is like the original, earliest version of In the Pines, which includes the things about the longest train I ever saw, and they found his head. They never found his head, and all those things. Those are from the original song of In the Pines. Black girl, don't you lie to me. And it's a deep song, which is, in its own way, as mysterious as the whole album, even in Leadbelly's form. Like it's a deeply mysterious, haunted. In the Pines is a haunted song. That's why Nirvana loved it so much. Mm-hmm. That's why Cobain wanted to play it, because it's a deep piece of American songwriting or music or whatever you want to call it, that like goes to the heart of something that you don't, like all the best things like go to the heart of something you don't really understand anyhow. That's what's great about them, You don't really understand it, but you feel it. And it, like In the Pines and Merry-Go-Round is a beautiful version of that song, And so it's a medley, sort of in the same way that like Elvis did American Trilogy, the Mickey Newbury thing, and Mickey Newbury got credit for writing this thing, but it was basically like the Battle Hymn of the Republic and Dixie and, whatever else it was, right offhand, but In the Pines is like a darker version, much, much darker version of that, of taking old music. And so there's a Jim Crow section of the Merry-Go-Round, which is kind of done over this carnival-like music with the 12-string playing a waltz, but then it breaks into this thing, and he just wails on it, and it's so deep. So you don't need to know like all these things I'm saying about it to listen to the record. It's like putting on Kind of Blue or something for me. It's like a record. You can just listen to just put it on late at night and like just let it play, man, and you can get into it. But then as you get into the record, it's a masterful record, which nobody's ever, he never got any awards for it or brownie points or sales figures or anything, but it's a masterful record of like all those genres we talked about. And then as the record goes on, he does Look Over Yonder. There's a subtext on the record of prison, and the subtext on the record is like incarceration and look over yonder and the sun won't go down. There's another song where he says, I get a letter every day from my home. And mama, don't aren't you sorry, that you had me? It's just so brokenhearted, and it's a song of somebody in a prison. And the thing that puts that into context is the very last song on the record is Roll on Rosie. But Rosie turns out to be a prison chant. The song Rosie. And he also quotes the song, and Look Over Yonder, I think it is, he sings Go Down Hannah.
Yes.
Go Down Hannah is a gospel song that goes, it's a spiritual that goes back to the civil rights movement. So once again, it's that same theme, and it's songs about, being in the struggle for, freedom or against injustice or against oppression and being in the middle of it and the discourage and the pain, but also like the hope, and so that's what I'm getting out of it. That's what Fred Neil is tuned into.